My dog died under my partner's 32F watch. How do I 30F work through anger and blame?
I met my partner online about a year ago.
Months of long texts turned into long phone calls.
I visited her 7 months ago for the first time, and we got into a long-distance relationship. Over the last several months, we have flown out to one another and stayed with each other for weeks at a time. We planned on moving into another space together once she moved to the same city. I adopted a little dog. She has been my everything for the last 8 years.
My partner has been lukewarm about my dog, but was trying to bond with her in anticipation of our move. Seeing my partner depressed while seeking a job, and knowing she wanted a second dog, I agreed to foster a friend's dog for a couple weeks. My partner loved the foster dog, which was 2 years old.
She specified how much she liked the foster dog over mine, and the foster dog attached itself to her. Flash forward to the day my worst nightmare. I went to work and left my partner at home.
Apparently, my dog ate, scratched her food bowl out of hunger, then went toward the other dog's bowl.
The dog was in another bedroom with my partner and gave a warning growl. My partner ignored my dog scratching the bowl and the foster dog's growls.
The foster dog then exited my room and attacked my dog. My partner said my dog was lying on the floor seizing after the attack. My partner said she Googled vets nearby.
As she looked back, and she saw a pool of blood expanding around my precious pup. She told me my dog was likely dead before she made it to the vet. I missed her call at 9:15 a.m.
By 9:38 a.m., she had gone to the vet and my dog was declared DOA. My roommate is upset and blames the negligence of my partner for my dog's death.
While I've tried to look at the situation as a horrible accident, part of me also feels resentment too. We're supposed to move into another place together.
My partner has been rushing our move.
I'm still trying to grieve my dog, and now don't know how I feel about our next chapter together.
My dog has lived through multiple partners, and I've been in a deep state of grief since she passed.
How do I bring this up with my partner? Should I be moving in with them? I'm having such a hard time. Everything feels like it's moving too fast now, and I'm devastated over the traumatic loss of my best friend. I am so sorry for your loss. I think it is perfectly fair to hold off on moving in. I'm sure your partner wishes this didn't happen, but it is such a shocking loss.
Give yourself time to grieve.
Your partner should understand. First of all, I think it's way too soon to be considering moving in together. You've barely dated over the course of a year. Next, it's pretty dangerous and unhealthy to be leaving food out like that.
They should be fed on a schedule, and when you've got more than one dog, especially a new dog, you should be there watching them eat or feed in separate rooms. Was it an accident?
Yes.
It's not like she commanded the other dog to attack. But was it an avoidable accident?
Also yes. And as such, I don't think I could or would continue the relationship. I would have probably ended it the minute someone I was dating expressed that they didn't so much like my dog, to be honest. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Do not let your partner pressure you to move in before you're done with the grieving process, if ever. She was absolutely negligent and allowed this to happen.
In your place, at this stage of the trauma, I would never want to see her face again, and I would say so. You break up. You won't easily get over this because it was totally avoidable. You will forever struggle trusting your partner. I am significant other very sorry this happened.
Go and ask that vet what exactly was your dog's situation. I'm not even sure if you can trust this lukewarm about your dog, pushy LDR partner that you don't actually know that well.
I'm so sorry, for your loss.
In hindsight, it's so easy to think of ways something like this could have been avoided, but honestly, it doesn't sound like there was any malicious intent on your partner's part.
In fact, I bet it was a pretty traumatic experience for her as well, but it sounds like she handled pretty well.
It's okay to grieve and feel resentful, but finding someone or something to blame isn't going to bring your dog back.
I'm so sorry. That said, I would hold off on moving in together until you get over this hurdle. My 27F boyfriend 28F cannot keep an erection.
Can anyone offer any advice?
So me and my boyfriend have been together for about 6 months now, long distance. I flew out a couple of months ago and we tried to have sex. We kissed and did other things and he was hard the entire time. But when it came to having sex, he would go soft.
And I mean every single time we tried to have sex, that happened.
To be fair, my boyfriend hasn't been in a relationship in 5 years before me. He tells me that he didn't have sex with anyone that entire 5-year period and that he was just destroying his body with alcohol and drugs. Nothing too hard, mainly weed. He also shakes a lot because of anxiety. He tells me that all of those things contribute to why he can't keep an erection when it's time to actually penetrate me. I want to support my boyfriend because I love him.
This all makes me feel low and disgusting though.
I'm here again on another visit after us not seeing each other for 2 months.
We tried to have sex last night and the same thing happened, but it hurt even more because his doctor prescribed him Viagra and still, he went soft as soon as it was time to have sex.
He was super hard throughout all of the foreplay. I am starting to worry that my boyfriend isn't attracted to me at all, but I really don't know how to go about this because he denies that that's the case every time I say it. I just feel insecure and super confused, so any advice would be highly appreciated. Tia Pink Heart. I think this is something you need to go to an actual doctor for. I can honestly say I don't think he would stay with you if he was unattracted to you. He obviously and actively wants to have sex and is hard during foreplay, which is attraction.
Alcohol and weed can play into problems down there, and if the Viagra isn't working, he needs to go back to the doctor or a specialist.
Got an easy one for you.
Dehydration. Gotta be hydrated to keep that thing working.
And not just, I drank 1 glass of water 2 hours ago. Hydration.
Have this dude drink 2 liters of water every day for a week straight, then see if your problem continues. Tell him to not jack off for a month, then try again.
Homie is probably spanking his monkey too frequently. He could also just be nervous. I had a similar experience where I couldn't get it up because I was stressed from work and nervous because the girl I was with was too attractive. This isn't that uncommon.
A moment he needs to perform becomes anxiety.
Instead of getting hard in the moment of passion, his mind is consumed by constantly checking or feeling how hard he is.
It's a viscous cycle.
If you want suggestions, talk to a drive.
They deal with this all the time.
This is all in his head, op.
It has nothing to do with your attractiveness.
I used to struggle myself, and when I did, it wouldn't have mattered if I was with a supermodel.
Now I have the opposite problem and don't finish fast enough, lol.
The brain is your biggest sex organ. It's a cliché, but it's so true.